How's everybody doing today? How you guys doing on a fine day? Oh, look, I see we got someone in the backstage. How is everybody doing for a fine Tuesday? Oh, man. We're waiting on our co-host as well and stuff, but man, I'm going to bring our guest in here and stuff. He's here right on time, and man, it's an honor to have this guy on here and stuff. It's our guy, Stay Metal Ray.
What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
All right, right on, man. I was hoping I figured it out. I was hoping I
sweet, yeah.
didn't mess this.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, it's good seeing you. Thank you for coming on, man.
Hey, no worries, brother. Cheers.
Oh yeah, cheers. Got a Dr. Pepper here for me.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, I'm getting crazy today with a bottle of water.
Oh yeah, the bottle of water. Oh yeah, always super crazy with the bottle of water. You got to stay hydrated, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
H2O, or are you more of a Gatorade guy?
I'm a water guy through and through. It's literally all I drink every day, all day. So it's extremely boring, but whatever.
Well, hey man, it's not too boring. I mean, it's better to stay that way. I mean, all I drink is soda all day, every day. Try to drink more water though. I mean, I went through a half gallon yesterday. So hey, how was your weekend so far? How are you doing during this pandemic times?
Well, I mean, where are you located, real quick? It's like geographically.
I'm in California.
Okay, all right. Well,
yeah, so I'm West Coast.
We just got hit with a massive snowstorm for the past 3 days. So my weekend and today was spent a combination of shoveling and doing a whole bunch of nothing outside, just kind of riding it out, man. So that's been the majority of what I've been doing recently. And in terms of the pandemic, man, I mean, I think you kind of know, just making YouTube videos every single day as much as I can, just trying to make the best of being home and not doing anything else really in life. So just kind of making the best out of the whole situation, I guess. You know what I mean?
There you go. Well, we got some few people already up here in the chat. We got Mr. Terry 3G, one of my amazing moderators. And we got the Guitar Did out there. Stuff. See them. We'll probably have some more people popping in, and we got some people just watching behind the scenes. Oh, dear Lord. It's Quentin James.
I'm going to put this in my story right now.
There you go. Ugh. Man, oh man, you've just been getting guitars left and right lately, haven't you?
I mean, to the outsider's perspective, yes, but dude, I backlog all my videos and all my content for like months on end. Like I still have, like, this is an exaggeration, I have stuff from March, stuff from like June, like where I just haven't released it yet. So
right,
it comes in waves, but I really don't get as many guitars as people think I do. A lot of them are my friends, and a lot of them I buy them and then I'll sell another one. So like it's an even 1-for-1 exchange, and then I'll sell the one I just got. It's like it kind of sucks for what I do for a profession, I guess, because I have to make content. I have to give people something to watch. So it kind of sucks in the sense that like I can't keep everything because I have to have a budget. I have a budget. I can't just have all of this cool stuff for forever. I have to constantly things out.
Right. And then speaking of gear, what's some of your favorite gear you're rocking right now?
Ah, man. it changes on like an hourly basis, but right now on the spot,
Oh, okay.
I would have to say like either my 78 or my 92 Les Paul. Um, just because I don't know, there's something about old school guitars that I love. I don't really,
Mm-hmm.
I really don't vibe too much with like new stuff, which is a shame because I love new stuff and like it's so cool and shiny and pretty, but it always feels like I'm playing somebody else's instrument. And
Okay,
so
yeah.
for me, it's always like I grew up playing a Les Paul. I was very lucky that my dad had one and I got to play it. So it's kind of like that's just like what I like, man. So it's just
Right.
that's just the go-to. What about you? What are you rocking right now?
Oh man, I'm all over the place. Like my main thing is my Vola guitar and stuff. I actually won that the second year I went to NAMM.
Oh wow, how'd you win that?
Just a random giveaway, but you actually had to go to the booth during Robert Baker's set.
Right.
And if you weren't there, they went off and picked a new number. They picked two numbers before mine, and then they chose mine. I was
So the
like,
two people, the two numbers were people that just weren't paying attention or weren't there.
yeah, exactly. So I'm just like, okay. I walk out of a guitar, and Robert Baker gave it to me. All right,
That's
here
awesome,
we go. So
Yeah, can't go wrong with that, dude.
no, I can't. So I mean, it's a beautiful guitar and that. But other than that, I just got this Jackson Kelly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe a month ago, or a little like month and a half ago, and
Dude,
stuff. And
those things are wild looking, dude.
oh yeah, I've just been enjoying it. I'm a huge Jeff Loomis fan, and
Oh, very cool, dude.
so makes it so I'm like, love it. But I always wanted just a white guitar too. Needed finally one.
White guitars are sick, man. Like a Les Paul custom white, like that Kelly white.
Mhm.
Anything white is always classy.
Oh yeah. Man, so tell me, we usually like ask about like how you get introduced into music. Like, your dad had a guitar when you were growing up and stuff. So, how are you
just like
introduced to it?
want me to just kind of just tell the story of like how I like kind of got here, I guess.
Oh yeah,
All
definitely.
right, well,
Yeah,
cool,
that's
man.
exactly it. Yeah.
All right. It's an interesting story. So I grew up around, music my whole life from my mom and my dad. My mom and my dad divorced when I was very, very young, but when I would go to each one of their houses, music was just constant, especially at my dad's house. He to this day is still the biggest influence on me, even though he's since passed for like 5 years now, but he still has like that much of an
Mhm.
impact on what I do. So
Right.
anyway, yeah, he was always just like super into like the Sex Pistols, Led Zeppelin, Van Halen, Jimi Hendrix, The Clash.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, all this amazing music that I was lucky enough to grow up around. And so, it was
Hmm.
it was like I said, it was just a constant throughout my childhood and everything. And then I think around 2003, 2002, he saved up for himself and he got himself a Les Paul. And it was at that same time that he like was starting to introduce me to all the music I just named. So it was like a perfect storm of like all this sick music as like a 10, 11-year-old matched with
Hmm.
watching him be able to play. So it was just a combination of like seeing somebody play and then seeing all these great musicians. Um, and so it just
Right.
out of I don't even know why, just something in me just like, yep, I want to do that. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to spend my time doing. But I never took it very, very seriously throughout my teenage years and through I don't know up until my early 20s because I was very interested in sports and doing a lot of like physical
Yeah.
activities like just like playing. I played baseball for like 17, 18 years, give or take. Um, and so like that was my priority, and my priorities continued to be physical when I went into the army, and
Right.
I did the whole army thing for 4 years. Um, but the reason why I'm telling you this is because it's kind of funny how things work out. I actually got hurt in the army, had to get medically discharged, and then since had to have like I don't know 10, 11 surgeries, give or take, for the
Yeah.
past couple years. But had I not gotten hurt, I probably would still be in the army. But I rediscovered my love for music and playing the guitar while I was hurt and I wasn't able to physically do my job. And that's actually when I
Right.
started my YouTube channel.
Right. Yeah.
So that in a nutshell is just like had all these cool influences from my dad, and he taught me how to play and showed me how to play. But I I almost chose music as like a last ditch effort to do something that I loved. Because, as a kid growing up, I wanted to be a baseball player. Then I wanted to be a soldier in my early 20s, and I loved it. That was like a dream job of mine. And so then when that got taken away from me, I was like, well, what do I have left? It's like I can't do anything physical. I don't want to do something I hate if I don't have to. So I was like, you know what? I'm literally just going to put all my eggs in this basket and just go for it and see what happens. And almost 4 years later, I'm still kind of doing it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you're really doing it, man. You're one of my favorite YouTubers out there and
thanks,
stuff.
Man.
I'm always watching your stuff.
That feels good, man. It's hard to feel that from somebody that's like, because how do I put this? There's no like physical connection and no like person to person connection. Because like,
yeah.
I'm here this whole time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get to talk to anybody. It's all like this. And even though we're not in person right now, this is still a human interaction. And I want to say I appreciate that. And I really do appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. Especially during now and stuff like that. It's definitely harder to even get out and stuff like that. I know that's big thing with mine. Just, I was starting to get that social life. I got a job working sound at the local bar here in town.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
And it like all of a sudden things were going good. Boom, the pandemic happened in the middle of us having a show. Actually, like we had to shut down. Like basically, like we had multiple bands bail out of a night.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so the opener band became a.
This was like in March time, give or take, like early March, mid March.
Yeah, this was mid March because over here I'm in a smaller town in California and stuff in the north, so we don't have to deal with too much what's going on in the cities, it being super closed and stuff. Like our bars just reopened last week here.
Oh wow, okay.
So, but I mean, smaller capacities, maybe only like 15, 20 people in them at a time. So, yeah. And we've been doing live streams of shows. Now we'll close the doors and stuff. We tell everybody to go home at like 8:30 and stuff, and then we throw a live stream for the band and stuff, and have just like one band play an hour-long set.
Oh, that's cool. Are you doing this? Are you doing the sound for it?
Yeah, my lead guy has been like running the actual Midas R32 board, and then I've been bringing in streaming stuff and for it and stuff since I have all of the stuff for here. So we were like, all right, let's try it out and see what's going on.
Oh, very cool, dude. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Congrats.
Okay. But yeah, I was gonna ask, like, I know about your first guitar, stuff like that, the BC Rich Warlock stuff. Mm-hmm. What made you, other than the EVH, like, what made you get that guitar? Or well, actually, at first it was the tribal like Kerry King.
So yeah, I don't think it was a Kerry. So let me back up. Yeah, it was like a starter pack, like that kids get. It came like in a cardboard box. It had the guitar and it had like a 1x10, amp and like a cable and a strap and like a BC Rich pick. Like it was sick. It was cool for a little kid. But I didn't pick it. And I've told this story once before online, and I think BC Rich is like, I don't know, I feel like they took it the wrong way. But I was disappointed as a kid that it was a BC Rich Warlock because, like I was saying, I was interested in like Jimmy Page, Jimi Hendrix,
right?
The guitar players from Joe Strummer, Mick Jones from The Clash, like they used Tellys and Les Pauls. Like I never really grew up listening to like, I don't know, Slayer or Death or like bands that use BC Riches or whatever. You know what I mean? So like it was a bit much for me. I was just like, oh man, this is pretty metal. You know what I mean? But I love that guitar, and I still, you can see it just over my left shoulder. It's sticking out there. I cherish that thing to this day. So it was a gift from my mom on Christmas Day 2003. I didn't choose it, but I think she was just like, oh, this will be cool for like 11-year-old kid. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You know how moms are.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I mean, the reason why I had to get my Les Paul finally is because I started on a Les Paul as well and stuff, but it was an Amazon Gladiator.
Oh really? Is that? I don't know what that is. Is that like the equivalent of like? Is that like the equivalent of a Les Paul of Amazon guitar?
Basically, it was just some sort of Chinese knockoff, really. And
Okay,
stuff.
who cares? That's cool, man.
It wasn't a bad, actually, like, wasn't a bad guitar. Like, if you upgraded the pickups, I sold it to my mom's friend, so she just has it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this now I finally was able to get a Gibson last year.
That's a staple in like any musician's career, I think. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Wouldn't you
Just had
agree?
one.
Like,
Yes, it's
yeah.
it's a Gibson, a Fender Strat. Still, it's because I had a G&L Tele, and that's actually what I traded for the Les Paul. So it was a G&L Telecaster. And I was like, all right, well, I mean, I like G&L. That was a great guitar and stuff, but it was like, all right, I just need the Gibson. Grew up on Les Pauls and stuff like that, and just had to do it.
Right. And people. I shouldn't say people. Some people badmouth Gibson, and they disagree with certain things, myself included. I'm guilty of this as well. But at the end of the day, man, it is still Gibson, and Gibson.
Oh, yeah.
Is still pretty cool. You know what I mean? Contrary to who's running the show behind the scenes or whatever, like they're still pretty cool. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Like it also just like it always depends on the person, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'm a huge fan. Oh right, I'm a huge fan of Luna Muerta and stuff.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah. So how is Luna Muerta like progressed? Because I know that wasn't it your like original solo project?
Yeah. So the only thing that's the same about it is the name and me, I guess. So I started it. I came up with a name as like a moniker to like come up with solo stuff that nobody really cared about or whatever. And it was just a way for me to be like, all right, cool, I'm writing my own thing. So I've always had the name kind of kicked around, and I've always just wanted to be in a band, dude. Like this is literally my first band I've ever been in, and I've never been in a band up until this point. This is something I've always wanted to do.
Is it 3 or 4 piece? I can't remember. So
it's just a 3 piece right now.
Okay.
But there's talks and there's works of adding more members, and we want to have tryouts and we want to have jams with other people, but it's it's a little difficult. One, there's no shows right now, so the incentive isn't as strong as it would be, say, non-Corona time.
Right.
And also too, it's like you have to be safe, and you have to kind of respect people's health, and the more people you add into a room, the more chances of somebody getting sick, which means they have to call out of work, which means they don't get paid. So it's like
it all comes down to that the end. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, like it's kind of ethical in my opinion. Of course the incentive there of like, let's add more people, it'll be sicker, it'll be cooler, we can the more people involved in their project, the better. At least that's my mentality, as long as they're all on the same page. But at the same time, it's like everybody's in this weird limbo stage where it's like, we could add more people, but we're kind of chugging along and doing relatively well for the time being with just being a 3 piece for the time being. So it'll grow, it'll get bigger, it'll continue to pick up traction. It's just kind of have to wait for the rest of the world to catch up, I guess.
Right. All right. Finally, we got my other co-host here, Mr. Gargets Entertainment. Stuff. If he, hope he's not muted for a reason. I wonder if he's. Oh.
Yeah, I had to switch the fucking output on this thing before it started feedbacking. What's up, guys?
Yeah. Hey yo.
Hey! I fucking sure knew I'd make an entrance, a late one.
Hey,
welcome.
It's always all right.
How you doing?
How you doing, Ritz? How was your morning?
Oh, it was fantastic. I made my steak.
Ooh.
So yeah. Then I had to use the restroom. So yeah. It's been a long morning. Been up since probably like 4 a.m. for me. So.
Yeah, well, you the marathon live streams.
Oh yeah, today wasn't kind of. I mean, I don't even know. It might have been a little bit like.
So I was just talking to Ray and stuff about that, but me and Gargets actually met through your channel, Ray.
I was gonna bring that. That was gonna be my first question. Is like, isn't that true that you guys met through me somehow, which is kind of
Yeah,
wild?
it was. Yeah, it was one of your like first random live streams you were doing where you're just hanging out like this, just talking. And yeah, I remember someone brought up collaborations with you. And you're just like, oh yeah, I'm always down for collaborations and stuff like that. And you guys in the chat, you guys should too, you know?
Oh wow!
I think it was me that brought it up. Collaborations, yeah. And
Might
I was like, are you guys down for collabs or nothing or anything? You're just like, yeah, I'm always down for that. And then me and him were just like sending texts, going back on the freaking chat. And then next thing I know, like now we're co-hosts.
Yeah,
That's awesome, man. You know, I wish I could remember. Like, I wish I could remember that moment because you know, like when you're doing stuff off the cuff, it's kind of especially by yourself, it's hard to keep the flow going. And you know, I probably just said that just like to fill the gap of like, oh, you guys should too, aka I kind of don't. I'm running out of things to say or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
the fact that actually worked is like so cool to me. So that's awesome, man. I feel partially responsible for this. Is what I'm trying to get. No,
yeah, you definitely are, man. We blame you man, every day.
No, I'm not. That's cool though, man. Thanks. Man. I appreciate you sharing that. That's really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So when the pandemic does calm down, stuff like that, is Luna Muerta looking at doing live shows?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that again, that's kind of the catch-22 it all. Excuse me, catch-22 of it all, in the sense that we're no rush to get. Because let me put it this way: the music is rather complex. It can't, in my opinion, it can't be done with 3 people without the use of like 2 MacBooks as like the bass player and whatever. And I think that's kind of lame. So yes, as soon as the pandemic lifts, whenever that was, people say anywhere from summertime to 2022. Who knows? You know what I mean?
Right.
I expect the worst. But yes, whenever we are available to it, we're going to try to hit the ground running and play as much as we can. Like we already have like a solid set list of like 8 songs. There's only like 3 that are out right now, but we have like 5 in the back pocket, good to go. So it's just a matter of it's just a matter of just constantly just cranking them out, doing music videos for them. We got like a shoot coming up here for another song.
Nice.
Yeah, man, we're really excited. It's something that I've always wanted to do, and I think Pat and Jenny, the other 2 members, permanent members right now, are just like when I say right now, I mean like because we're gonna add more people. I'm not saying they're fill-ins or whatever. They kill it. Pat's an insane drummer. He was actually the drummer of the Sick, the Slipknot tribute band. That's how he and I met when I was in that band for like 2 months or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he knew Jenny just I guess from just being in his local scene or whatever, because they're from like upstate New Jersey and I'm in Philly, so it's like a bit of a long distance band right there. But yeah, like they're so good and they're so easy to get along with, so fun. It's like best case scenario. So I'm super happy with them. And yeah, whenever the world gets back to normal, we'll be definitely doing shows in the New Jersey and Philadelphia area.
Awesome, dude. Now I got a random question. Did you end up getting an air fryer after you did that show with TTK?
No, that was so random, wasn't it? That was like, hey, he hit me up. Today's his birthday, actually. I texted him today, wish him happy birthday.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But he hit me up 2 years ago, and he's like, "Hey, you want to come to my house? I have an air fryer. We're doing an air fryer unboxing." And I was just like, because Tone King's a legend in this hobby that we love. I was just like, "Oh, dude, absolutely! Like, I'm so there. Like, I don't, I get to hang out at his place and get to eat wings with him. Like, it was the weirdest collab, but it was cool, man. It was fun. But no, I didn't. There was no endorsement after that. I didn't get hit up from any air fryer companies after that. But
no, but it didn't make you feel like, oh, maybe I should just go buy one.
No, so my fiance has one and I hate it. I hate it. I don't like the way it tastes or smells. I'm strictly a grilling person. I grill every single day, so like I'm fine with that. I don't need fake fried anything, like healthy fried, air fried, whatever. I'll just throw it on the grill and I'll just keep it moving, I guess.
There you go. I had to ask that because I knew that was just a random funny question.
That's a good question, though. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can't believe that's been 2 years ago, though.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that is because I remember when that came out. Wow. But
Yeah, it was
it's
like
crazy
April
how time's
20.
flying this year.
Dude, this whole year and last year still feels like March. Like feels like March 2020 still in a way.
Right?
It's very bizarre how it's just kind of ticking by.
Mhm.
So I've noticed you have I've noticed like the guitar players you like and stuff. They're the quirky ones and stuff like that. The guy from Limp Bizkit, guys from Meshuggah, Slipknot, the masks and stuff like that. What makes you choose for like a mask for your stuff?
Oh, good question, dude. Very good question. So I'm obsessed with horror movies. To coincide with my musical taste, I think my horror movie obsession's even more bigger, for lack of a better word. So like I've always had this vision and this idea of creating my own character that's a representation of everything I love and little influences of everything that I love, but me doing it. Um, yeah, and so I just think there's something really off-putting about somebody in a mask or a costume. I think that's off-putting in a good way. Like it's almost like a car crash. You can't look away. Like there's something off about it.
Yes. Yes.
And then so like my concept with the mask that I just came up with during quarantine was like I wanted it to be like you don't know if it's a man or a woman because it has a pink bow, has like makeup, has lipstick, but it's me. So it's like it's very like and it has like
Very
fake
horror.
yeah, it has like fake like twine hair and everything. So it was just like a combination of like I've always wanted to create my own horror movie villain and I love
Ooh, okay.
theatrical music like old school Mudvayne, Slipknot, Limp Bizkit. I mean, even like Cold Chamber, all the 90s stuff, like all that stuff, man. Even, I don't really like Rob Zombie's music, but like White Zombie was sick. But Rob Zombie,
right.
not so much. But like I can't help but like his visuals. And
Right.
another person that comes to mind, contrary to the current events, like Marilyn Manson, maybe not be a good inspiration in terms of like how to act morally, but in my opinion, as a performer, he's very eye catching.
Yes. Yes. I multiple times seen him had blood spray
Oh,
out
have
in
you
the
really?
crowds. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I've seen
wow.
him
See, I've never
two times now.
Man.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
I'm not a fan of him, not a fan of his music, but you can't help but kind of agree with that. His visuals and his character is kind of a genius idea, at least in my opinion.
No, the last time I went to a festival, I was like, all right. The first time when I went and saw him, he was at one of the other stages at the festival stuff. All my friends went, but I was like, nope, I'm getting up front for Slipknot. Like, that's what I was doing. But then it was all right. It's the second time that they both now came around, and they were spread out a little bit more evenly, where Slipknot was still the headliner, and I think Marilyn Manson was just a different day. So I was just like, all right, I'll go check it out, see what it is and stuff. And that's when then that was like right when he came out with the album that he covers Johnny Cash.
See, I'm not even familiar with that. What year is this? What are we talking? Like, what year are we talking?
This is 2019, I want to say.
Oh wow, okay, so pretty recent.
Recent and stuff. Now I'm a young guy. I'm only 20. I turned 23 in April, so.
Oh, cool, man.
Very young.
You're catching up to me. I turned 29 here in like 11 days.
Oh shit.
Okay.
That's badass.
There you go. Oh.
If I mean, don't congratulate me. I didn't get there yet.
You gotta get there first.
Well,
yeah.
You got this. You got this.
Staying strong.
Oh man.
I forgot. I was gonna ask you, hey, how'd you land that Jim Root interview?
Oh man, yeah. So I was like, what? It was like almost a year and a half ago. Yeah. So, to the best of my memory, I commented on his Instagram picture, kind of just in passing, saying, like something to the effect of like, looking forward to seeing you guys in Camden, in New Jersey, on the date that they were going to be. It was like the 29th of August or something like that. And I just gotta say, a huge thank you to him. He out of nowhere just kind of like hit me up with several pages of DMs saying how excited he was to like show me his gear, show me his new guitar. Because actually before, like a month prior to me commenting on his picture, I did a video saying his new Jazz Master was released, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
put it on
yeah.
Instagram, and then he commented on my Instagram,
Like,
said, "Hey, thank you
sweet
so
Jazz
much
Master.
for the awesome video." And then we kind of just like he kind of just knew about me from that initial video. So I guess I don't know. I guess he knew me from that comment. Because why else would he reach out? And like when I say like pages of DMs, I'm serious. Like he was like telling me all of this stuff. I was really into it, really excited, and I owe a lot to that gentleman for like just taking a shot and like this dude that's kind of a DIY one man show. And I'm not Premier Guitar, I'm not Guitar World, I'm not just a regular dude like like all three of us in this room together right now. So I'm extremely lucky and thankful that he was the kindest dude to me, and you guys saw like he let me play his stuff and let me do whatever I want. Yeah, it was like the nicest thing, and like I'm just incredibly lucky, I guess. So how I landed it was just kind of just like I don't know, a combination of just doing content about his stuff and just kind of being on his radar. I don't really even know how to answer that question. Just kind of just took a shot and just helped me out, I guess. I don't know.
Right, because
I owe so much.
You have those Slipknot covers that you have a couple of, right?
Yeah. It's got to. He had to have known, or he still knows that I'm a massive fan, and I collect his gear, and I love his ideas and his mentality with gear. He has to know that because I put it out there pretty frequently. So I think it's just him just being extremely generous and kind to me, and like I said, I owe him a lot because that was like the shot in the arm that I guess I kind of needed, or I don't want to say, I guess it gave me a boost in followers and just putting myself out there because that was a really popular video. So I just owe him a lot. It was a great way for me to get myself out there, I guess. I just very thankful for him.
Now, and then hanging out with him, it was like, did you just get to do the interview there, or did you like hang out with Jim like that day?
A little bit. We hung out a little bit after. So actually, at the time, the interview almost got scrapped because at the time there was a hurricane in Florida, and he was dating somebody who had lived there and was living in Florida, and she flew like out of Florida to meet Jim. I'm assuming the Philadelphia airport, which is right next to Camden, New Jersey, as like a state of emergency, get out of there because the hurricane's coming. So I thought it was going to get scrapped because she was there, and you want to spend time with the people you care about. So luckily the interview still went as planned, and then we hung out. My best friend, who was filming, first time ever filming anything, and myself, we hung out with Jim and his tech for about, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes while Behemoth was playing. I think we were just shooting the shit and whatever. And the way it left off was like Jim's like, I'll probably just lay low, spend time with my girl, but you're welcome to stay if you wish. And I was like, yeah, I guess we'll have to see, because my friend was from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is like 2 hours away from the venue, and he drove, so it would have been an extremely late night for him. So we left it off. My friend and I decided, you know what? We had the best time. We got everything out of the experience we could ever want. Why would we go backstage again? Like, we had backstage passes, but we were like, do we really want to go backstage after the show and just kind of just hang out? Like, like what are we going to talk about that we already didn't talk about? He's with his girlfriend. It's late at night. They're going to do like their own thing. Like we already made it, you know what I mean? Like we already had a once in a lifetime experience. Like, because we were like, what if we go back there and it's like, it's kind of a bummer, or it's like we're in the way, or like it's awkward, or like we could see we're kind of like not that we were not invited, but you know what I mean? Like, what if it was just like awkward? So we're just like, you know what, dude? Yeah. Let him have his time. We had our time. It was amazing. We're just gonna, just let it be. So after the interview, we just chatted for a little bit, and then we just like, you know what, we're good. You know what I mean? Like, let him chill out. And the reason why I decided that actually is because as soon as the final song, I can't remember what the final song was, as soon as it was over, like Jim was the first one off the stage, took his guitar off and bolted to his girlfriend, and they like met like off stage and on stage like this, and then went together. So it was like, all right, like they clearly want to see each other while she's in town.
Well,
you know,
exactly.
what the hell? Like, yeah, why am I gonna, you know, why are we gonna just be like, hey, dude, good show? You know what I mean? Like, oh, that was cool when you did that. So,
Right.
Oh,
that,
one of them.
yeah, yeah, it's like it was best case scenario. We couldn't have asked for more. We didn't need to overstay our welcome.
Yeah.
There you go. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was cool though, man. Wasn't it?
That
It's a great
was.
video. Very proud of that one.
It's oh man, and I mean, like, I'm a huge Slipknot fan as well as myself. I got to meet Mick at NAMM once and stuff, and that's
Oh yeah, I see the picture on YouTube there. That's awesome.
yeah, that's my dude. That's the only time I've ever been able to meet anybody from Slipknot. But and yeah, it was probably like they're just so nice guys, honestly.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, very kind.
I got to
I don't
party
Go ahead.
with I got to party with Sid one day back Mayhem Fest.
Oh, like 2008 or 2012, something like that.
2012
Yeah, okay, I
2012
remember that.
in
Remember that.
Dallas. They had an after party, got to hang out. He was actually doing his DJ thing too during the fest, so he had like his own truck and everything. I've played the footage before on my show a few times, and you know, the dude's just a regular homie that likes to just have fun, and told us to stick around. It's like, yeah, these guys are cool.
Yeah, very, very, very kind gentleman, and the entire team. I had Mixed Tech on my channel like over a year ago, just like kind of similar to this, just like FaceTime or whatever. And again, him, he owns Omega Ampworks, and then the other gentleman, Brad, Jim's Tech. Yeah, that dude. Both of them I've met and talked to. They're so nice, dude. So just like the entire camp is so cool. So it's cool to hear other stories about those gentlemen. It's really neat.
So, were you able to check out Virtual NAMM this year? Virtual online event.
I don't even know anything about that. I just wait for something to drop on Instagram or social media, and then I just do my videos that you guys have been seeing. I actually have one that'll be dropping here. I don't know, maybe like 6:00 tonight. Something else that happened. Yeah, I've never been to NAMM personally ever. And I didn't see a point of doing virtual NAMM. Like, I don't even know what virtual NAMM is. Did you do it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I did it. It was kind of weird and stuff. Way it was like they had times set up with like certain like when like things would be dropping really and stuff. Like certain things that they would drop at NAMMs usually. So like the new Ibanez guitar. Stuff that was that Telly that came out and stuff when that was announced, but everyone was talking about the rumors about it for like 2 weeks beforehand. Is that, but it was kind of the only thing that was nice is that a bunch of like the business people, you can get in touch with the marketing reps and you can touch with a lot of different companies through it and stuff because they have like the full contact list of everyone that signs up for the virtual NAMM. So, and companies would like reach out to you, ask you if you want to set up a meeting and talk about their products and stuff. But I mean, it was more geared towards dealers again and stuff, trying to really sell product compared to like what NAMM has been.
It's kind of just a web page to me.
Kind of was.
Good for me.
I don't know. I checked it out for like a day or two, and it was like a week long, and I didn't check it out anymore because also it's just links to a YouTube video. I was like,
it's like, and you got all that stuff already, and you know, I started following all my favorite brands and just people that I think would be cool to follow for this whole NAMM time. And then as soon as a notification popped up, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. And make a video about it, as opposed to being like, all right, at 3 p.m. I got to sit here and wait, and hopefully something cool comes out so I can talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, and I'm not a dealer, so like I don't have a store, so like, there's no point of me like wanting to like hustle to be like, oh, you know, stock my store or whatever. I don't even know how that works.
Right.
So.
Yeah, no, it was weird, but if NAMM does end up coming back to Anaheim and stuff like that, will you want to check it out, or would you want to check out the little bit smaller one in Nashville?
I want to do as much as I possibly can because I've never, kind of was saying in the very beginning of this hangout, I've never met really anybody in this whole industry. I've met Fluff when Drag Thunder came to town, he and I finally officially met and hung out. I met Tone King, went to his house. But apart from that, dude, like I haven't met anybody. Like,
Right.
every once in a while, somebody at the grocery store or Guitar Center will recognize me. Very few and far between. But apart from that, man, like I want to go to one of these places and like just be a dude, like or you know, man or woman, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Just be a homie, just hanging out. And just be like amongst the crowd. Like I don't have to perform or I don't have to do any of this, whatever. I just want to go. I want to go and experience it because I've never done that. Right. So,
right.
Yeah, I want to go to Big Nam. I want to go to Summer Nam. Yeah, dude, I want to do the whole thing. I don't even know how to do it. I have no idea how to get to Nam.
Well, I mean, you got your own way in your Stay Metal, Ray. It's when it comes down to it, there's just a quick registration thing to do it, and because you have the channel, you'll get in easily.
Oh, thanks, man. I hope so. I wouldn't even know I wouldn't even know what to do on how to get to NAMM. I would literally have no clue.
Well, now you got ways to get in. So when it comes back to and stuff like that, I'll send you the links for it and stuff.
Oh, thanks,
so
man. I appreciate that.
Least. But I mean, hey, yeah, you just got to get out to California or Nashville.
Yeah, that's gonna be the main thing. I gotta get the ticket and get out there.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
So have you ever traveled? Have you ever done shows and traveled after when you did get back into music?
No, dude, never. I've never played a live show yet. I've never played a live show in my life yet. How's that for you? I've never, I said, no. I've never been in a band, dude. I mean, I did jazz band for school, but that doesn't count.
Same. I was the bass player.
Yeah. Oh, cool, man. Very cool. Yeah. So you know how it is. That doesn't count. Oh, yeah. Now the reason why, dude, is, it's so hard for me to find people in my area that are passionate about music, and that aren't scared of whatever. I just find a lot of people that are just scared, and I think it's the whole cliche, afraid to fail, so they don't try. And it's
okay, yeah,
dude, you just gotta go for it, man. I was terrified. I'm still terrified to this day to fail, but I'm also I'm not afraid to fail because I know if I just keep doing it, I won't fail, no matter how long it takes. You'll make it happen. So yeah, it's just been very difficult and very frustrating to find like-minded people in the same vicinity to do a band. Like Luna Muerta came about because I joined Of the Sick for 2 months, and I met the drummer that way, and then we started this new band. And he's an hour plus away from me, so it's
right. So it's still
pretty far.
Still a distance. Yeah, it's still a distance.
Yeah, he's not 10 minutes down the road.
No, I used to take a train 2 hours with my guitar, and there was an amp at my old drummer's house, and that's where I used to go practice from San Francisco to San Jose. Yeah.
You know exactly how it is, and that was probably pretty frustrating and hard, right?
Oh, yeah, but I just loved doing it because the guys were so great and stuff. It was fun. That was the thing, so.
Yeah.
So it was worth it in the end.
Absolutely, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
man,
I've never played live yet in my entire life, which is just hard to believe. But I mean, I know I won't have. I'm not afraid of anything. I don't have any stage fright or anything like that. I don't I never tense up or anything like that. I'm just excited at the fact that I finally, here at 28 years old, get to play my first show, whenever that is. So we'll see.
Right. Well, hey man, you ever get over to the West Coast? Yeah, I know I'll be going to that show.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I just gotta wait for the world to get back to normal, I guess, man.
Right. Oh man.
Everybody's saying summertime or late summer, early fall. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing, but
yeah, you hear. I was gonna say I don't know if that's true, but you hear that too.
Yeah, well, it's also a thing of with you heard with Live Nation, you have to have a negative COVID test, kind of like how if you're going certain places and stuff.
Yeah.
Within the 3 days of the show, or I think you have to have the vaccine. So.
I'll present you whatever. I'll dress up in a clown costume if it means I can do cool stuff again. I don't care.
Right.
If that's what it takes.
Go back to traveling, do music again. I'm ready to do it.
Yeah, and I have no problems getting a negative COVID test or the vaccine. Just
No.
like let's get it going. Like sure, you
Right.
know, okay.
Like, I'm-
when can we do this? So to me, it's frustrating, as it's frustrating to everybody. It seems like it's all hypotheticals. It's like, when can we? Okay, that sounds great. When can we do it?
Mhm.
I don't know why it's taking so long, but I guess when you have, you know, 1 billion people or whatever in the United States,
Yeah.
however many people. It's
See, I see smaller like gig shows and smaller venue shows are gonna. I think those will come back a lot quicker during the time of possibly the summer, fall, and stuff, because you can keep the capacity a lot smaller at those. But festivals going, the multi 10,000 people festival, that one's gonna be tough. I still think.
Yeah, I don't even know how to go about thinking about that. But yeah, like I just remember like seeing my friends who were in bigger bands, like Mike from Spirit Box and Fluff, and they're like already booked. They were like booked for download and stuff 2021, like in like October of 2020. I was just like, okay, like I hope that happens.
See what happens.
Yeah.
I saw Danny Warstop from Asking Alexandria. I didn't read the whole thing, but he posted something about his tour, Asking Alexandria's tour, is canceled for somewhere in 2021 already, or postponed, or whatever. So
I think it's because they were doing it. It was, I think, somewhere around like April, May-ish, probably.
So you saw that too?
Yeah. I'm a fan of Asking Alexandria. I've seen them a couple times and met them and stuff.
Oh, cool. I was a big fan back in the day, but
yeah, they definitely changed. It's definitely different, but
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, one of the I wanted to go see them when they got that new singer and stuff, the one that was from Ukraine.
Yeah, Dennis, whatever.
Yeah, and stuff. Like first I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go see him, see how it is with the new guy and stuff like that. And then that's when he dropped out, actually, and just stopped talking to them. And all of a sudden, the original singer Danny's back on it. Like, he was like, all right, I'll come do the tour with you guys. And that was the best time I've ever seen them, because it was like they're playing their tour again for the first time.
Yeah,
they're having so much fun.
That must have been all. Yeah, I was stationed in Fort Benning, Georgia, when I saw the news. I was just like, oh my god, that's so cool, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man. Dude. So how was it like with the military route and music and stuff? Were you able to ever have a guitar or play guitar while you were in the military?
Yeah, for sure. So there's a misconception about the military and like what is allowed, what's not. Like when you're stationed on base, it's pretty much like you just go. It's even hard to describe like what a daily routine is like. When I was stationed at Fort Benning, Georgia, I was an officer. I was a lieutenant, so I had a desk job actually. Even though I was an infantryman. Like you're not shooting guns every day. Like it's just not a thing. Like there's a lot of paperwork and stuff, especially in like the officer side. So like, yeah, when I'd go to work from like, give or take, wake up at 5, go do PT, until like 8 o'clock or whatever, and then go to work at 9. And then once you're off at like 5, 6 o'clock, then you have free time from like 6 o'clock till the next day. So yeah, like I started my YouTube channel for the first year when I was on Fort Benning, Georgia. And like, cool. Anytime, any and every waking moment was spent creating it, and it was hard. Nobody really cared for the longest time. It took a long time, but that's where I started, man. That was the beginning of it all right there.
What was the first video that really got you your bump and stuff like that for you? Like your first video that you were just like, oh man, I can't believe this one's actually like going.
Yeah, it was. I remember. I know exactly the one. It was my cover of "Bleed" by Meshuggah, and I posted that like 10 months after I started. So it took almost a whole year before I got any sort of traction.
Yeah.
But once that it came out, it was shortly after that I got out of the Army, and then I started doing a little bit more gear focused content, and that's when I realized like people like gear. No offense to anybody that's playing guitar, but if they don't know who you are, they don't care about you. They care about what you can do for them. It's just the nature of the beast. it takes a while for people to tune into your videos because they like you. But anyway, I realize that if you provide content that people are searching for and people want to see, you'll start to grow. And so like that's like when I kind of like made the decision to be like, you know, it'd be fun to do covers my whole life, but you know, one, I'm not that talented, and two, it can get stale pretty quick. So it's like I'm gonna focus a little bit more on gear content and then sprinkling covers periodically.
Right.
That's kind of what I've been doing,
Right.
you know, give or take ever since.
It works.
Now, about your gear videos, you're one of the people I see having the most fun when you're recording your gear videos.
Yeah.
Mm.
Thanks. I
Like-
appreciate that, man.
There's always a big old smile on your face and stuff like that every time
Yeah.
you're playing, and you're just jamming.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that's
I would
true.
agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a
Yeah.
question or is that just an observation?
Oh, I mean, it
That
was
was
an
an
observation. That was an observation.
Yeah, good.
Well,
And
thank
I
you.
just-
I appreciate that. I
Yeah,
really
Yeah,
definitely
you have a lot of
appreciate
fun. You have a lot of fun with your videos. I like that. Yeah, and then, like that one where you're like, "I need 87 strings. Can you do it?" that was a great one, where you're just like talking about it at different parts of the time. I think you were even in the shower at one point.
Yeah. Something like people what people say when you get an 8-string or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. People, it's funny how like the more I smile, the more people love it, the more people that hate it. But it's like, I don't know, man. It's my favorite thing to do, and I look forward to doing it every single day. Why wouldn't I enjoy what
Yeah.
I love? You know what I mean? It's like
Mhm.
it's so puzzling to me that like I'm a rarity in like the sense that like if I smile, it's like, wow, that guy's really enjoying it, and he's playing metal. Wow, what is, you know, he's not supposed to like that.
He's having fun? What?
Yeah, like you can't do that. It's like, dude, what? Like
No, you got.
this is like my favorite thing in the whole world to do every single day. I do it every day and I love it.
Mm.
So it's like, man, if you're gonna get bothered by me smiling, then dude, you have problems. Like I don't know what to say.
Well, we're hitting
Very
up on the final 10 minutes of the show and stuff. Is there anybody in the chat that's got questions stuff? Let us know. Garguts, have any more questions stuff? But is there any gear you're seeing on the horizon that you really want?
How much time do you have?
I
Dude,
mean, tell you go to school.
yeah, right. Honestly, I don't. There's honestly not too much that's spiking my interest for this whole NAMM 2021.
Mhm.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like anything's kind of really jumping out to me, with the exception of one guitar, and that is the Fender Strat Silverburst with the Floyd.
Oh, yeah.
Just because I'm literally obsessed with Silverburst. I think that's the best finish on a guitar. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I don't know. Nothing's really spiking my interest. I don't know. Maybe an ESP LTD with the stainless steel frets. Maybe, I don't know.
Ooh, there you go.
What I'm really trying to look forward to getting and really trying to dive into is like getting some different amplifiers, because I really only have 2 amps. I have an EVH 50 watt and a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier.
Mhm.
I have several instances of both, but they're still kind of the same thing. So I want to get like a JCM 800. Like I think
Ooh,
that would
yes.
be cool, because like I've never played through one, and you know, it's such an old school dad rock 80s rock amp.
Yeah.
But like I think it would be so sick to kind of do what like Lee from Bring Me the Horizon does, where like
Yes.
he makes that thing sound insane, and it's just a JCM 800. So I love pedals. I love the 33 and well anything from Fortin really. The OD9 that they just put out, the Hex Drive, the 33. I would love to just get a JCM 800 and just see what I could do with that. That would be the end all be all for amps for Radford. I think that'd be really cool. What about you guys? What do you guys want to get?
I'm an amp guy, so amps.
Just amps. Any of
I'm an amp.
Oh yeah, I mean that's my next upgrade right now is an amp. Right now I have the Boss Katana Artist and stuff. It's just
cool.
what I'm running, but I mainly got that so I can use it for live streams and stuff, being able to play straight direct through my mixer. But
yeah,
I
it's kind of a
need,
convenient thing.
yeah, it was for convenience, and I was like, all right, it's a nice amp and stuff for what it does. But I used to have a Fender Twin, like a mid '70s Fender Twin.
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff. So, but I lived in an apartment during that time, and that was not a good idea.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to use
So-
that.
So
Oh,
I
loud.
ended up selling that one, but I just need some sort of tube amp and stuff. And the Fort and stuff is what I've been looking at. Rev generators and stuff is also another one that I would just
Rev
want
was
to have.
good.
Yeah. You can't
Rev's
go wrong with
good.
a Rev generator. I've never played
No.
through them, but just
Or
played
it's
one
just, I
that-
love it just the G3 or G4 pedal, honestly, from them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
like the
cool.
little distortion pedal that like emulates
yeah.
the channel or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically their channel that's in a little box. So I'm just like, all right, well, it's a lot cheaper, only $300
Yeah.
compared to like $1,000. Okay,
Mhm.
I think it's a little bit more than that.
right, it's
Some of those little lunchbox Joyos look pretty interesting. Those new ones.
Yeah,
they're
they do.
coming out
That's
with
actually
the
Have you-
XXL.
so that was the one thing that did catch my eye. They came out and they're coming out with a dual channel zombie.
That's pretty.
Yeah,
sick.
it came out already.
Yeah, so that I'm like, all right, the zombie is like that perfect bedroom amp for
Yeah.
anybody. So having and then now being able to finally do dual channel and stuff, and you can switch back and forth between them. That
And then what I found out is that since it's like a B rated amp or whatever, it's a B amp. I forgot what it's called, but it's not. You can like hook it up to like I have a JSX right here. I can hook up to my JSX and use it as the channel, and it won't fucking like blow out my head or anything. Like I'll be able to use it as I'll be able to use that as my distortion. And like
that'd be
that's
cool.
and pump it through from what is it, a 60-watt head to 120 watts.
Mm-hmm.
Great. I was like, it's sold.
Sounds good
I want
to
that
me.
the Firebrand, the Ingle model. That was a great one.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Fireball. Is that what
Yeah,
you're
the
talking
little
about?
Fireball.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Joyo version. That's a
Oh, there's
one
a
that I'm
Joyo
looking
version of
for.
it. Oh,
yeah.
it's not the zombie, but it's one of
Not the
just the
zombie.
other band amps that they mimic.
Yeah.
It mimics the Fireball.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
like Firebrand or something. I don't know.
Yeah, something. I don't know. I haven't been following Joyo too much lately.
Same here. But I love all amps.
Yeah,
This
can't
sounds
go.
great.
Anytime you can get a new amp, no matter how, like, it's kind of like with anything, a guitar amp. If you get another one, it's still like, if you get a new one, it's like your new favorite. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's automatically your number one. It doesn't matter what it is. Like,
Now,
have
have you tried like the multi-effects board, something like a Headrush or a Helix or a Kemper?
Yeah, I have an XFX. Actually,
There you go.
just sold
Yeah.
it today, ironically.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I had a Headrush, sold it. If you get in the theme here, I've never been. I had like a brief stint of like modeling and like all that stuff.
So
I feel like I shouldn't say this, but screw it. Like I'm very surprised with how much hype is around the Quad Cortex from Neural DSP. That's just my own opinion, Like, I mean, if they're gonna get upset,
Right.
then so be it. But like, I feel like modeling is so 2010 through 16. And I think plugins and real amps are. Again, this is all my opinion. I could be way off.
Right.
What do I know? But I think plugins and real amps are like. I think real amps are coming back, and I think plugins are just getting better and better. To where like, you can get like the Gojira plugin from Neural DSP for what, $200 give or take, and it does literally everything an AmplifiFX does, and an AmplifiFX costs up to like what, $3,000 or something like that, something insane.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I love
And
my
they're both
Polini.
computers. Like they're both the same thing in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like the main thing also like with the universal audio stuff too. It's mainly like it's taking stuff off your computer so your computer's not running as hard really. Making it so all the stuff's not. That's like the main thing I've been seeing about these things. So, I mean, if you have a nice
Right.
computer, then it doesn't really matter.
But okay, yeah, it gets it off your computer, but know what else gets it off your computer? Like a real amplifier.
Exactly.
Like a real pedal gets it off
Exactly.
your computer. That's like
Yeah.
that's my disconnect. It's like, yeah, it's great. It's so cool. You can, it's like super fast in this little box. You can do so much stuff, but like well, you could do that with a real amplifier and a pedal for the same price. So like it's confusing to me. And they're like, oh, you can save presets. It's like, yeah, you can twist the knobs and get it to sound the same every time.
Yeah.
Like
it's
what I mean? Like I'm just so I wish I could have somebody that loves the quad Cortex or just an XFX and tell me like why they love it so much. Like I said, it was cool like in the honeymoon stage of like the beginning. Like, wow, this is so neat. Like, you know, you can have all these amps in this modeler. Yeah, that's great. But, you know, I had an XFX 2 XL Plus, and then the XFX 3 comes out. Now all of a sudden it's like having a PS2 when a PS5's out.
Yeah.
You know, they get
everything. Yeah, that's the that's and that's even like why like I want to get more amps like from the Boss Katana and stuff. Like I love the Boss Katana just because it's convenience and stuff, like we were saying earlier and stuff. It's a just convenience thing depending on what you're doing really and stuff. Since I want to play sometimes on live streams and have a guitar, or I like playing my guitar through my speakers a lot more than sometimes the amplifier that's in the Boss. So so sometimes I just move it over there, but then I don't need my computer for that and stuff. But but it's already outdated. They already have the MK2s. Like I have the MK1, so I'm like, well,
I'm kind of with you on that. The whole like amp thing. Like I'm an analog amp guy, so tubes all the way, and I'd rather buy the equipment and make something sound great and lug around all this equipment than, like you said, have something that gets outdated very easily.
Right. And I agree with you. And the other thing, I'm sure you guys watch like rig rundowns and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the one continuous comment section, or what am I trying to say? In the comment section of those videos, whenever there's an XFX or a Kemper, the general consensus is disappointment amongst the audience that's watching those videos. Like, oh, it's an XFX. Like, wish it was a real amp, because they're cool, man. Like, they're like, there's something magical about a real amplifier compared to a modeler. And now, I guess it's convenient and it's probably cheaper to fly around. I totally understand. Maybe one day if I need to use one, I will. But I think you should do it 100%. Or don't do it at all. It's like, go for it. Like, use the real thing. You know what I mean? Like, Led Zeppelin didn't have a Kemper. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no.
I think real amps are just so cool, dude. Like, that's just my opinion.
Me too.
No, I love real amps too. I had to get mine for my reasons. I used to live in a trailer, so that wasn't the greatest.
Yeah, that was a while back.
We're hitting that 1 hour mark, Ray. Thank you so much for coming on, man. Put your stuff. Like, we have all your should have most of your links in the description for your YouTube, your Instagram, and a bunch of stuff for the Luna Muerta too.
Yeah, man. I just want to say thanks, gentlemen, for having me on, and I really sincerely appreciate you having me on as a guest, dude. It's been a lot of fun, and I hope we can do it. Hope we can do it again, sooner rather than later. Okay.
Oh, of course, man. Dope. I will. We're gonna be. So I think I might have one more guest this month and stuff like that later. But it's we're gonna be taking like maybe a few weeks off just so I can schedule guests again, and we're gonna be doing season 2 basically. And of course, you're more than welcome. Come on back and stuff. And do you have Discord?
I do not. I don't even know what a Discord is. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Are you a gamer at all?
No. My last game system was a PlayStation 2 in 2002.
There you go.
I don't even know.
Yeah,
same here.
That's how it started. It was a gaming. It's just like the gaming voice thing, so gamers could play games together and voice chat and stuff. But now it's been created into people have their own like server communities over there and stuff. But we hang out over there and stuff, and just talk and basically BS about music, guitars, and life all the time. So
maybe one day when I get with the times, I'll
no worries, dude. Yeah. Well, we'll have you back on and stuff like that, of course.
Yeah.
Cool. Hopefully when the world's back to the somewhat normal, and we can talk about some cool new stuff that we're all doing together, whatever that is. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, maybe sooner or later we can all finally meet up at a NAMM too.
Yeah.
Dude.
2022, huh?
So much fun, dude.
Let's go.
All right. Well, I hope it can happen. And I just say one more time, thanks so much, guys. I appreciate you.
No
problem,
thank
man.
you.
Thank you. Seriously, thank you, because you full circle over here. That's what I feel like. We met over here, now we're interviewing you.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Right.
I'm very I don't know, man. It's a cool thing how, I don't know, in a way I helped you guys create something. So it makes me just happy. So I'm just very happy for you guys. That's really cool, man.
Oh no, I'm happy for you, man.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for everything, man.
Yeah,
It's been awesome.
Likewise, gentlemen. But
All right.
yeah, I gotta run. I gotta do some online schooling stuff now. So I gotta do
There
that.
you go, man. There you go. Go get your
Good, brother.
education.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my best. I'll try to stay awake. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
All right, boys. I'm out of here.
All right.
All right,
Later.
later. Careful.
Oh,
Badass,
man,
badass,
that
badass.
was awesome, man. That was a great show. I want to thank Ray for coming on, man. That was an absolute honor. I got water down the wrong pipe on accident.
I saw you go for that big jug of water chug.
I know.
I was like, I'm about to do that myself right now.
All right. Well, thank you guys for all hopping on and stuff. Thank you guys for staying around, seeing the show. I saw Sandra was out here. Though Sandra had a quick question for you, Garguts. That's why I also, I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, what should
I
people
just
know
get hype.
before going into a marathon stream? How do you prepare yourselves? Look, to be honest, it's not a marathon stream. It's just like hanging out, and then it just turns into one of those things that you just keep going and going and going.
Right. Well,
And,
thank you.
yeah.
Right.
That's
All
it.
right. Well, yeah. So we're gonna hop on out of here. We'll probably go hang out on Discord now and stuff. I'm probably gonna get some food at some point. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do too. But man, that was an awesome show. I had lots of fun, man. Did you have
Good
fun?
show.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Did you guys out there have fun?
Hope so.
I hope so too. All right.
But get hype, and that's what I did.
You get hype. You always gotta get the hype. All right, guys, we're gonna hop on out of here. Later, guys.